Hi, my pickles. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, and oh boy, I just got a 24-pack of this coffee, people. I saw it on somebody's website. It's jet fuel, oh boy, and Black Tiger, Tiger Noir. So, I got I think a 24-pack of each. Extra strong, jet fuel, all that kind of stuff. So, I did that, and then I did the faraway grocery store with Greg yesterday, so I've got a whole bunch of grass-fed beef, party wings, organic kale, the mini bok choys, and pasture-raised butter, the organic Valley cultured butter, whole bunch of good stuff. Organic Valley heavy whipping cream. I didn't need any almond milk, cashew milk, coconut milk. I have plenty of that. So I guess that was it. Just tons of grass-fed beef, steaks and burger and all kinds of stuff. I love shopping like that. Anyway, so here I am. I'm done with my 2 shifts. I've had a little refreshing nap, so I feel a little bit back to myself, and now I'll just do the rest of the week like a normal person. Can you imagine? I have watched enough keto grocery hauls, enough keto people and what they eat in a day to satisfy anybody's guilty pleasure time. I am telling you, I can't believe all I watched. I've seen enough Kerrygold, unsalted and salted butter. I've seen enough broccoli and cauliflower, and not as much grass-fed meat and just pork and chicken as I was suspecting. A lot of them eat a whole lot of veggies. The MCT oil and heavy whipping cream, things like that for the bulletproof coffees. So anyway, it was fun, and I am on overload, and the grocery hauls are great, though. I just love to see what other people buy. And these 2 very, very, very tiny women I watched the most because I was just so amazed at how much they eat. Wow. It was great. And a lot of grocery stores that we don't have here on Cape Cod. A lot of Trader Joe's, a lot of Whole Foods. And the woman that was doing Whole Foods said, I know I could have bought it cheaper someplace else, but I was there and I figured I might as well. Isn't that what Whole Foods hopes you do? I was there, so I spent $2 more for the broccoli. I spent $3 more for the chicken, air chilled, whatever that means. So whatever, right? So what I've got here is the changes that are going to come true with the nutrition facts label. Sometimes we like to learn a little bit. So this is kind of like a Sarah school, and I'll go through some of the changes. It's kind of fun, and I did it before, but I think it's more gonna happen now. This was May 16th, 2016. The new nutrition facts label is going to be coming out, and it's including the link between diet and chronic diseases such as obesity and heart disease. The new label will make it easier for consumers to make better formed decisions. There's going to be the iconic look of the label remains, but we are making important updates, and these changes include, at the bottom are going to be 2 labels, the one that's changing and the new one, calories, servings per container, and bolding the number of calories and the serving size. The addition to daily value of vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium, and they can voluntarily declare gram amount for other vitamins and minerals. And the percentage of the daily value tells you how much a nutrient, where is that? A nutrient serving of food contains, and based on a 2,000 calorie a day diet. The best part I like about the new label is the added sugars in grams and as percent. So what it's going to say is how much added sugar there is in addition to the sugar that's already in something, the natural sugar. Vitamin D and potassium will be required on the label, which is good for those of us on keto because we need our magnesium and potassium. Calcium and iron will continue to be required. A and C will no longer be required, but can be included. Total fat, saturated fat, and trans fat on the label will be continued. Calories from fat is being removed because research shows the type of fat is more important than the amount. Daily values like sodium, dietary fiber, and vitamin D are being updated based on newer scientific evidence, such as the 2015 Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee report. Blah, blah. And it will help the consumers understand the nutrition information in the context of a total daily diet. Updates serving sizes and labeling requirements for certain package sizes. By law, serving sizes must be based on amounts of foods and beverages that people are actually eating, not what they should be eating. Hello, 2-liter Cokes. How much people eat and drink has changed since the previous serving size requirements in 1993. For example, the reference amount used to set a serving of ice cream was previously half a cup, but is changing to a cup. Didn't get that. The reference amount used to set a serving of soda is changing from 8 ounces to 12 ounces. Yeah, I guess they're getting a little real about that. Package size affects what people eat. So for packages that are between 1 and 2 servings, such as 20-ounce soda or a 15-ounce can of soup, the calories and other nutrients will be required to be labeled as 1 serving because people typically consume it in one sitting and don't think tomato soup is an innocent. It's got so much added sugar. So just know that they are hoping you still buy it and consume it, but the sugar will kill you on a keto under 20 day. Certain products that are larger than a single serving, but that could be consumed in one sitting, hello food addicts, or multiple sittings, manufacturers will have to provide dual column labels to indicate the amount of calories and nutrients on both a per serving and per package. That's great. Examples would be a 24-ounce bottle of soda or a pint of ice cream. Like anybody eats less than a pint? With the dual column labels available, people will be able to easily understand how many calories and nutrients they're getting if they eat or drink the entire package unit at one time. They will need to use the new label by July 26, 2018. However, manufacturers with less than 10 million in annual food sales will have an additional year to comply. Okay, this is the fun part. This is the original versus the new. And so right there, I like that. It says 2/3 of a cup in bold. It has amount per serving 230. As you can see over here, it was just barely a blip. The fats remain the same. And here's what I like. Total sugars are 12, including 10 grams of added sugar. And this is the first time they've put the recommended amount of sugar or the value of the sugar. Never before on labels, if you check any labels you have now, will it say about daily value, because you're not supposed to have the added sugar. Very interesting. So as you can see, here is the A and C, and they've removed it from the new label, and they've added the D and potassium, which is great, and it wasn't there before. You can see calcium and iron. Calcium and iron remain here, and yeah, so that's the difference. I guess I have to nope. Yep. So that's going to be the difference. So you'll start seeing that. And as I said before, the best part about that is the added sugar. The added sugars into items, because I think that's really, really helping, because the sugar is the toxic thing. Of course, so are grains, but sugar really is killing Americans and North Americans and most anybody that eats a standard American poisonous diet, right? So that's the little Sarah School by the for the day, and yeah. Oh, here's a little bit more, and then we will close up Sarah School, and you're all free to go home and catch your bus. What's different? Servings, larger, bolder type. Serving sizes updated. Calories, larger type. Updated daily values of the sodium, or all of them. New is the added sugars, and the change in nutrients required, which is very interesting. So actual amounts declared, and then the new footnote down below. And then I like this. So in the pint is 4 servings, and in a quarter of a cup, or half a cup, excuse me, 200 calories, and 3 servings, that would be 270. And now down here, 1 serving per bottle for either bottle size. So if you buy the 20, it will give you the sugars, and it will give you the breakdown as if you're going to drink the whole bottle. And then same for the 12 ounces. So that's the fun we've had today. I kind of like that sort of stuff, and it'll just be interesting. Of course, if you're on a keto diet, you're eating something that had a life before you're eating it, most likely, and or it came from a live being, like an egg or butter or cream, and you don't need to read and check out ingredients on the package, because it was once a product, and it's a single item product, so you don't have to have a label like you would with processed foods and packages and all that sort of good stuff. So that's it for Sarah School. I hope you have a grand day, and I will see you the next time, my little pickles. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. How you doing with that? Anybody there? Anybody doing it? Anybody liking it? And speaking of that, one of the videos I watched with this woman in her 40s, she's 47, she did keto in her 20s, she did keto in her 30s, she did keto in her early 40s, and didn't have results any time. So she was kind of bashing keto. So I was listening. She was trim, and it sounds to me like she's just low carb, high fat with a ton of veggies. So, or maybe not so much high fat, but she definitely eats a whole lot of veggies and low protein. So, and she's making it work, and she said all the way through that keto might not be for everybody. Keto might not be for everybody, but it's for me. Is it for you? Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.